and he was like, boop. Yeah. Knew just what it was, the whole but gave it back, boop. Yeah. 9/11, no malice, baby. But no violence, baby. My got callous, baby. My bare knuckles got talent, baby. I'm all in the wind with it. On Deuce Line, I've been with it. Going dumb, nothing to something I won. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win, 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 win. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. These ops ain't win, 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 win. Start chasing that. Win, 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 win.
Thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Mean I'm a buyer, now lacing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a, tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim, in my denim, she was trying to for it out, she don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane, asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. Where we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And incomplete on the deep ball. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going deep down, and this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make him play on the football.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Back to throw here. And he fends him off. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Zach Cunningham in to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here's Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Brandon, this is why I'm really glad I'm sitting up here next to you. It's awfully tempting to go for it right here, isn't it? But it's been a great drive on the road. You've got to come away with at least 3 points. Kick the field goal.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
To Mixon on the check down. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Ram. Three down. No. Off. Great 15. Hey, stash.
Wentz now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Porky, 82 Porky.
Again, it's Wentz. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Hang in there now. 81.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Going deep here for Bryant. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll look to throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw, it's Wentz. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Pretty move underneath for Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Ross on the return. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Flipping it off for Johnson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Complete to Bryant. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Man, 5-7.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson, 34 yards. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Gone! All right, now look at 56.
Now back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it. Complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
No, Jack, Patriot!
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Green, 39, green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
We're good. 82. Sunday.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On first down, Wentz going deep for Hopkins. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A huge play there for Houston, and even 50 yards. Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Bobby Wagner able to drop him for a loss of 4. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Wentz now to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, they try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The gun. They'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now.
On the toss, Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or it could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Wentz now on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Go.
On play action, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Hopkins on the ground over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. field. Mark him down at the 49. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Go! 82!
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 49 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll give it to him up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have broken the tie. Gostkowski the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He drops it off for Bernard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. Here we go. 120.
To throw, it's Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He gets it left side of Johnson. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Johnson running left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Drag it. Here we go. 120. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They come out here, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Carson Wentz scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Texans have broken the tie. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just falling behind him.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Frank Clark in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Good chip.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Johnson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw here. To Mixon on the check down. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
They'll drop to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it?
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
so feed up what you think of. Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. But your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's dark and dark, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now, no reasonable doubt. It's clear to see, all eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over